mask, and then he takes off another mask.
That's a Mad TV parody of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Well, I don't want it to be a parody. I want it to be played serious.
Oh boy, but Rogue Nation was really good. So,
That was.
That's it. That's all I can take away because I only like for
Ghost Protocol. I hated.
Yeah, I also hated Ghost Protocol. I only like it's only the first one. Second one's kind of hilarious, so I like it for a different reason. Third one was
the third one with Philip Seymour Hoffman.
I like Philip Seymour Hoffman, but I don't understand how he was able to keep up with Tom Cruise by beating him up. It didn't make any sense. Like I can't imagine Philip Seymour Hoffman doing what he did in real life. Like he's
dead.
You have to add that.
That's why he.
I love Philip Seymour Hoffman. I just don't think he was a good bad guy. I didn't think he should bring fighting skills into it. I couldn't believe that. Wow. Versus like Ethan Hunt.
If that's the thing you can't believe, then I can't help you.
You don't have to. I don't need help. Oh yeah, back to the
back to the things. Here's another thing. We find out that the guy who created the T virus. I don't know if we found this out earlier, but we're just watching this one movie.
There's finally
the guy who created the T virus did so as a cure for his daughter's disease, who had Jack disease from that Robin Williams movie. I don't know what it's called. Quick aging. You age quick.
I like that. I like Jack disease.
But
reverse Benjamin Button.
Yeah, reverse. You mean just life, just living. It turned out to have a zombifying effect on. So his partner Isaacs kills him. Yeah, because he's not on board. He's like, well, for a reason. He's like, we gotta get this off the market. We gotta warn people. We gotta tell them. And he's like, no way. This is powerful. We are going to cleanse humanity. We're gonna kill off everybody, save a certain percentage, all the rich and powerful. We're gonna freeze them, and then we're gonna start over. Isaacs kills whatever this guy's name is. The daughter kind of sees, but he sends her back upstairs. Later on, he gets custody of her, and
beatific vision. Beatific vision. You got a message from God saying, this is like, the second, forthcoming of, like Moses. What do you call that? The cleansing.
The cleansing. No, those.
What do you call it? I forgot what that event is. It's
the rapture.
Yeah, the rapture.
That's a good one.
Yeah. That's a good one. Yeah.
All right, I'll do the rapture.
Yeah, sorry. I put myself on the spot sometimes. It's just not good.
It's okay. Now, before the doctor was killed, he copied all of his daughter's memories and her likeness, and that's what we've come to know as the Red Queen, as like a security system, gatekeeper of the Hive. We're on board. I guess followed that correctly. All right. So I feel like we rushed through this pretty fast, but we're at the last scene right now. So Alice makes it into the center, and she finds Wesker, Sunglass Man, apparently from Goosebumps,
from the perfect school. Nobody escapes the perfect school.
Yeah, and she also finds Dr. Isaacs,
which also involved clones. Sorry,
and Dr. Isaacs is like, I'm the real Dr. Isaacs.
Well, how do you know?
Tells her now that she was created. Get this, by the Umbrella Company. As like a soldier.
She's like a product.
Yeah, she is property of Umbrella.
Yeah, which is weird because okay, come on. Remember in the very, very first film, she had flashbacks of her previous life.
Okay, could have all been put into her.
I guess so, because all I can think about, like the really good product of this franchise, is suddenly tainted.
Well, it might be worth a rewatch. See what it's all about.
Yeah, but I stop right there. I stop it at like, let's do this, and then you play the video games.
All right. The fourth one I'm pretty keen on. And not only this, David, but she is the grown-up version of the Red Queen.
Well, she's the second stage, right? Because then there's that woman in the wheelchair who's herself.
Yeah. There's that, but or the Red Queen is like a young version of Alice. So basically, all this time she's been talking to the Red Queen. That's just her as a kid, and the old lady rolls up in a wheelchair, and that's old lady Mila Jovovich. And apparently, the T virus for some reason didn't work for her, because we found out it did work. It was working, but now apparently it has not worked, and she's old. Mm-hmm. It's an old Mila Jovovich. All three of them, 3 generations, as Isaac's pointed out.
Wow, if this is what they were building up to, I am so impressed.
You don't think it's a little like you didn't have like your heart didn't skip a beat when you found out that the Red Queen was actually Alice?
What I said when I found that out, I was like, wow, it took 6 films. We this whole time have been watching films without knowing Alice's origin.
Yeah.
Hey.
And you were okay with it because you only realize now that you didn't know.
And then but they even like, you know, they're even condescending with it. It's like, why don't you remember anything in your past life? Yeah. I was like, I had amnesia.
She did. It's a rough world.
Oh, yeah. No, it's pretty bad.
I don't understand why Isaacs keeps old lady Mila Jovovich around.
Because apparently, according to... Oh, yeah, I like this part, too. There's apparently laws after the apocalypse, and he has to hold to it with papers and everything, when he can just kill her and take over the company and not have any witnesses.
Well, everybody's frozen.
Exactly.
And, like, she has a disease that is probably going to kill her before everybody wakes up.
Exactly.
Why can't he just kill her now and be like, well, she died of old lady reasons.
Yeah, exactly, because of the disease. So it's
natural old lady reasons.
So that's why. So they were still upholding laws that like did not matter at this part of the world anymore.
Yeah, exactly. What do you think of the, I guess the visual telling of Alice's powers, Alice and Isaac's powers of the T-virus, when she's thinking of all the different ways she can kill him, and then Isaac's and like none of them will work, and then he envisions all the ways that he would combat that. Did you like it?
That was a power thing. I thought it was just a stupid film technique.
No. That's part of her. That's part of her powers because she has a T-virus.
Did she lose the powers in the last one?
She did think that she lost them, but she never actually lost them. Oh. She loses them at the end of this movie because the virus. Is killed.
Yeah. I find So I think it's all dumb. I mean, come on. Well, what's there to take away from that? Like it's like when Guy Ritchie did in Sherlock Holmes, that was pretty cool because you had the. He thinks about it. It
did feel a little out of place here because they don't do it very often.
A little, like all of it.
Yeah,
it was unnecessary.
It was keeping with like it's probably just it's a dry moment. It's a moment where they're just talking. So it's like let's throw in some.
Or he wanted to be like, it's like, what, if you think Alice could take him down here, well, I'm going to show you in a really, really stupid way that she couldn't do that. Why couldn't she just shoot him in the head? Or why couldn't she do that? And like, no, let's answer those questions before the audience could think it.
Maybe.
But like the traitor thing still totally slid under their radar. So,
yeah. Well, then I like this scene a lot. Old Alice says,
it looks like Jodie Foster, actually.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of did remind me of Jodie Foster. Old Alice says that Wesker still works for her. But then Wesker is like, my allegiances lie with Isaac's. And she says she knows, and she fires him.
She fires Wesker, right?
Yeah, fires Wesker. And that's amazing because the Red Queen before was like,
she pulled a RoboCop.
My laws will not allow me to harm any employee of the Umbrella Corporation. So as soon as Old Alice fires Wesker, boom.
Why couldn't she do that from the start?
Not dramatic enough.
I guess not.
I want to see it. So she allows the Red Queen to almost kill him. I guess kill him, but it just takes a little bit of time.
That happened. You remember that in RoboCop, right at the end?
All I remember from RoboCop is someone falling out of a window with really long arms.
The reason that happened is because the executive fired him when he was holding him hostage. He's like, "You're fired," and then Robo goes, "Thank you," and bam.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so it was done, but still good after all these years.
Yeah, it's good in RoboCop. Yeah,
it's good here too. Man.
No, just RoboCop. And Wesker just loses, he loses to a shutting door that snapped his ankle. There goes Wesker with all the skill fighting that he had to fight Mila Jovovich in the previous films, just loses to a door.
Yeah. I can't respect someone who wears sunglasses at night.
You don't like Corey Hart?
Mm-mm.
Oh, come on.
Okay. Only one guy. Corey Hart can do it. But this is at night and indoors. Come on.
It's really bright in there. It's all red. His TV screens.
Whatever. So now everyone just fights. Claire kills her boyfriend. Alice and Isaacs duke it out.
In the laser room.
In the laser hall, finally. But you know what? I was excited. Yeah. But very disappointed because I knew nobody's going to get hurt in the laser hall. You need red shirts. You need people who you just don't care about.
Red shirts, that's good.
In the laser hall. I want to see people get cut up. Yeah. I know Alice isn't going to get cut up, and I know Isaacs isn't going to meet his
There's nothing
fate.
At stake at this point. There's nothing at stake. Mila Jovovich is going to succeed because the traitor did not kill her or even pose a threat on the way there. So that's why there's nothing at stake. That's what I hate about this film. There's nothing at stake anymore. And the first film, remember when there's the SWAT team there? The SWAT team is just there, and they don't know what's happening. And then, the Red Queen just lets out these lasers, and people just get chopped to limbs, and one guy tries to survive.
Oh, yeah.
That was awesome. I loved that in the first film. And, I was watching that with my dad, back in the day, And we told my brother and sister to go to bed because we figured they were too young to watch this, but they played the Resident Evil game. So we sent them off to bed. It was like my dad and I in our late movie watching the first Resident Evil. And I remember my dad's reaction when the guy thought he made it, but the laser still went through him. But for some reason, you thought he still lived.
Oh, the fence laser?
Yeah, when it goes to the fence part. Yeah, the part where it goes to the fence. And you thought he made it, but he didn't. But then you see the way he discomposed. My dad's like, shit. He literally said that. Shit. And we're freaking out because that was a very tense moment. Now you bring back this laser crap every other film. You don't care. And there's nothing at stake anymore.
I still love seeing it, but they really didn't utilize it in this one. So, oh well. Alice does get her fingers cut off though. But she allowed this to happen because it caused a distraction. She was able to put a grenade in Isaac's pocket, and I'm not sure if she either steals the antidote or she switched what pockets it's in.
Right.
Because I thought she had stolen the antidote, but then later when she's walking away, she grabs the antidote out of his pocket.
I guess they couldn't do the power thing. He could anticipate her swiping stuff.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess he was greedy with
I guess so.
digit cutting. So he blows up, his torso blows up pretty bad. And Alice leaves with the antidote. Got to crack that antidote up on the surface.
And she was supposed to die.
Yeah. Old Alice blows up the hive. Yeah, so that's done. No more hive.
No more hive. No more Red Queen. Bye-bye, hive.
Yeah.
Her and Claire make it out.
Yeah. Well, outside, one-handed Isaacs, he greets her with a horde of zombies following him. The nearly dead Isaacs from inside with his guts all hanging out. He comes out.
How does he come out?
He went upstairs. Like he didn't, when we left him, he was still alive, and I guess he staggered upstairs.
I don't know how I forgot this already. I don't know. Like, how did this get past? Not that it got past me. I think it bothered me still, but you get a grenade ruptured in you. Like, you're not walking away. Oh, he's kind of superhuman, isn't he?
He does have the T-virus. He's gonna.
Oh, it's true. Yeah,
kill
him,
but it's gonna take some time. But he goes upstairs, goes up, and the Isaac with the hand missing sees the real Isaac, and he's freaking out. He's like, "No way, I'm the real Isaac!" And he goes over and he kills him. Yeah. Kills the real Isaac, and then immediately gets eaten. So they both die.
Yeah,
it's kind of a nice end.
Whatever.
He's killed by himself.
That's killed by your own creation.
Yeah. So that's even if Alice killed him, that's still being killed by your own creation. But I liked it. It was a nice ending.
Sure.
A pleasing ending for me.
Okay. I was glad it was ending. That's for sure.
Fine. Alice smashes the antidote. All the zombies, including her, fall to the ground, dead. The end.
No, she's still alive.
She's woken up. Claire wakes her up. She didn't die. The virus inside of her died. So now she's just human. Not super anymore. Just regular old Alice.
It makes no
sense.
Now
she has all the memories. Because the old lady was like, I'm going to give you all the memories.
Through this contact lens.
A little Alice. And now you're going to feel like a real human. You're going to be a real girl.
Like the contact lens.
Yeah. So she's complete now.
So feel like a woman, Shania Twain.
Alice drives off into the sunset. This is the part I really didn't like. It's called the final chapter. Yet she says, it could be years before the antidote reaches every corner of the earth.
Oh, and he smashed up the last one.
Until then, my work is not done.
Aye.
And
she's not superhuman anymore.
She's not super anymore. Exactly.
She could die.
She's just a regular person, no powers. And it's going to take a long time for that little vial to travel the globe on the wind. Wind power.
Well, wind is very powerful.
And is the wind, is it going to get the dogs at the bottom of the water?
I don't think if it's airborne, it doesn't mean it goes underwater, that's for sure.
Deep underwater. Man.
No, it's impossible. I think that's how most sea creatures survived the Ice Age.
There are terrors in the deep.
Oh, yeah.
Don't want to go down there, ever.
You got Godzillas and Kaijus waiting for you.
I got those fish with the lights on their head.
Oh, man. Imagine just people dropping flashlights and just it became a part of them.
Anything down there is scary. Their body's just incorporated into
I already have a hard time dealing with sharks. I'm like, I don't want to.
Well, you should watch Lake Placid.
They don't go in the ocean, though. Well, actually, there is some saltwater crocodiles, that's for sure.
They can make it.
They've traveled, so yeah, they have.
Yeah. Sharks have made it to regular waters.
Oh, you mean like natural waters? Yeah, that's true.
It's an accident, but they don't die right away.
You think that'd be a great film, and they call it Shark Night, and that wasn't good.
No.
I was able to watch it. That's how bad it was. You know, when there's a shark movie and I'm able to watch it, you know it's a bad shark movie.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's my measuring stick when it comes to this. So when Megalodon comes out, or just Meg,
yeah,
I saw that one screen capture and it looked scary. You see like the jaw